Oh, welcome to Light Years. Andy, my man. The Warriors lose game one, 126, 123 to Sacramento Kings. And where do we begin?
Lead the way, sir. Lead the way. That was one of the most absurd, entertaining, fun sort of games that I've watched all season. And lead the way.
All right, let's start with the. So I thought the Warriors came out with great energy. They took Sabonis right out of the game. Pretty much everything you and I thought would happen, and really anyone who's watched the Warriors for the last decade thought would happen. It's like slow-footed center. You're done. You're done against the Warriors, and then the Kings claw back into it. It becomes a game because they're a good team, and De'Aaron Fox is a hell of a player. But I want to focus on that fourth quarter. Get the Kings into the bonus with 8 minutes to go. And I don't really remember them getting to the line after that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really remember them taking a single good shot. Let's be honest. The only good shot that they took, to me, was Steph driving to the hole. Didn't get a foul call because, of course, he doesn't. And Malik Monk gets touch fouls because who the fuck is Malik Monk? But other than that, the Warriors don't even bother driving to the rim. They chuck up threes all day long. Clay takes terrible threes. Wiggins just clanking from far and left. I just don't understand what their offense was. But here's the thing. Were we surprised? Were we surprised that they ran one of the most disgusting offenses in crunch time against, Sam, what? A really bad defense? Bottom five bad defense? They deserve to lose that game.
Yeah. I mean, I have two thoughts on the offense in the fourth quarter. One, friend of the show, Nate Duncan, pointed it out, which was, you could have just run some Steph Draymond pick and rolls to close that game out.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. Have we ever discussed this?
Oh.
Like, I don't know. We've been potting for two presidential administrations. And they've been to the playoffs all but one of those years. And I feel like we discussed that one. And so that one just like, I feel like Steve Kerr just broke my will to get angry.
Yeah. I am completely with you. I'm not angry because I've seen it a million times. I'm actually in a good mood. When they ran a split cut for Wiggins and GP2 with Draymond, like and then what are we doing?
It's like the Joker movie. Like you're in a good mood, like a sociopath. I'm
just watching them take these absurd shots, and I'm like, Clay comes down the lane in transition. You could take an 8-footer, or you can give it to Wiggins, who hasn't made a shot all night, and have him shoot it through. I don't know.
Yeah,
you're only down one, by the way. You're only down one. Not surprised.
Wiggins 1 for 8, by the way. Is anyone surprised he can't hit a jumper? Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
come on. It's like. Shocker, dude who's missed 2 months comes back, and I thought he looked good physically. Like he made a lot of plays. I don't know how you feel about that, but the thing I was not surprised about was his jumper not being there.
Yeah, maybe they should have finished with Dante. Honestly, like I would have been okay with that. They ended up pulling Looney and getting GP2 in there, maybe even a little too late, but yeah, maybe Dante. Dante makes that three, I think. Dante didn't miss anything tonight. He was very good. So, and Wiggins couldn't guard Fox. Not surprising. Nobody could guard Fox on the Warriors. So back to the crunch time issues for this team. We've seen it all season. It's a issue, I think, when you're a defending champion or 4-time champion, shouldn't be there. But it seems like that's going to be the Achilles heel that the Warriors are going to have to figure out. You just can't keep shooting those threes, dude. You just can't. And that's not just Clay. That goes to Steph. He was taking some crazy ones. Poole, DiVincenzo, Wiggins, everyone's just taking. Kuminga's taking a three for no reason. I don't understand. A clear path to lane shoots three. I just don't understand the philosophy for this team. And Sam, we've seen it all season, so. And I guess it's frustrating to see it in the playoffs.
Mike Brown, because he knew that was going to happen. And that's kind of, I mean, let's be honest. Draymond, 33 minutes, 5 total shots. Looney, 32 minutes, 2 total shots. I think they both played excellent games. But in general, the book is out on what they want to do when those two are playing together, right? On some level. I don't know. There's they could drive a little more when those guys are in there. Those guys will clear space for them, but it's just we've seen this game over and over again. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. There was nothing in this game that surprised me.
Mhm.
Like that John Morant had the John Morant game that we saw last season in last postseason game 2, right?
Right.
That's the game that Ja took over at the end and they won that game. It's kind of flip flop. We'll see on Monday what the Warriors do. Obviously, it's a must win for game 2. They lose that game, it becomes almost impossible to win the series. But I do feel like, Sam, though, the Warriors took a pretty good punch from the Warriors. I don't know if that was an A-plus game from the Kings, but that was really good. They were really impressive. Malik Monk looked like a version of De'Aaron Fox. So I'm relatively optimistic.
I'm pretty frustrated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like they threw away a game. Winning in Sac in game 1 by the way, shout out Sac. That was an absurd crowd. They deserve all the credit for that. And like, I know how it feels when your team has sucked for 2 decades, and you get your moment, and they relished in it. The Warriors had every chance to ruin it and turn this into a 4-game series, and I think tonight they just guaranteed themselves 2 extra games, not 1, 2 extra games.
But isn't this why you picked the Warriors in 6?
Yeah, but
I mean, that was going to be how they would lose a game right there tonight.
You are correct. That doesn't mean it's not frustrating.
Yeah, facts.
Like
yeah. No.
I can't logically disagree with you. Like, to your point, does it surprise me that they did dumb shit down the stretch? No. I've watched this game all 82 this year. Honestly, probably shouldn't have. But just frustrating. I don't know how else to put it.
It's kind of ridiculous that they still play this way for a team that's such a veteran team. It is. And I do think it starts with the fact that your best players are crazy people.
Yeah.
Steph, Clay, and Draymond are crazy people. Steph starts the game with a pick 6 going the other way. Draymond tries to squeeze a pass between 3 guys. Clay comes out chucking, taking absurd shots, thinking this is game 6, thinking he's like 25 again. So you know who they need? They need my guy Andre, who's just chilling on the bench. But you're right. It's hard not to be frustrated with the way that they look tonight because that shit was.
I have a few questions for you then. I've marinated on this for 20 minutes. No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But okay, let's start with my questions in terms of rotations here. Should Wiggins have played 28 minutes? That's what he ended with. The 1 for 8 from 3 and missing the point blank ones to win it. The ones that he hits last year, honestly. Like you and I both know it. Should he have played as many minutes as he did?
I'm surprised he did. I mean, retrospect, probably not. Probably not. Dante was getting cooked. I think Wiggins was kind of their best bet to put on De'Aaron Fox. It is really hard, though. That's why I can't really get too annoyed because you just drop Andrew Wiggins after 2 months into that atmosphere, into that situation, and expect him to kind of make the winning place. It's hard. It's really hard. And so probably not. Steve probably should have protected him a little bit more and played someone like Dante, but I guess you go down with your best guys, I guess.
Yeah, here's the thing. I have 0 issues with Wiggins on defense. Like, none of the shots Fox hit, I was like, oh, Wiggins screwed up. It was just Fox hit better shots, right? And I thought he asserted himself athletically pretty well, but like he couldn't hit a jumper. So it really comes down to you wanted to play Draymond and Looney together, which means you have to have 3 shooters out there, right? Obviously, Steph and Clay. I mean, there's no 2 players who can make a Draymond Looney front court work other than those guys. But you need a 3rd guy who can hit shots. That's where my question is with Wiggins playing more minutes than he did. But like, I don't know. Maybe that's hindsight. Maybe he just needs to get it out. Maybe you just need to deal with the fact that he's going to play through it, and like, it is what it is.
Sometimes you just miss those shots because you haven't played in so long. Also, the other thing I think is pretty important is I think Mike Bragg treated this like it was a game 7. De'Aaron Fox played 40 minutes. I don't think I saw him sit at all.
Steph and Clay played 37. Um,
And they
one
lost
pos-
the game in those minutes. And they lost the
yeah,
game when Steph was off the floor. That's it.
one possession game. I guarantee you the Warriors win this game if they play more minutes than De'Aaron Fox. And
Sometimes it's that simple.
yeah, and maybe that's, you know what? Steve deserves some criticism for that, because
Yes.
instead of playing them 4 more minutes today, he's gonna have to play them 40 fucking more minutes in the next game.
Yep.
So that was always something that the Ty Lue LeBron teams understood, which was, I don't care if I'm going to play LeBron 44 minutes. 44 minutes 4 times is better than 39 minutes 6 times. And that's kind of the calculus I'm wondering about with the Warriors, because, you know, you look at the box score, they played 37, 37, 33, 33 for Looney and Draymond. And like, those aren't heavy minutes, but like, I think all those guys would have preferred a 4 to 5 game series. And, you know, you mess around, now it's a 6 game series, right?
I think so. I mean, I think you would argue, Steve would definitely argue. He would absolutely argue that, hey, this series goes to 5. It goes to 6. The Kings are going to be tired. De'Aaron Fox is going to have no legs. Sabonis isn't going to be running up and down the court like he is tonight. Look at Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum last postseason. You could argue that those guys were gassed by the time the series got to 5. They had 0 legs.
Sure.
And the Warriors went 1, 5, and 6 going away. You can also argue devil's advocate is that if the Warriors had just won this game, they win this series pretty quick. Like we're talking a 4 or 5 game series, but that's really never how the Warriors have done it. When have we ever seen a Steph Curry, Steve Kerr team go right out the gates, go for 40? I'm watching Steph run around doing cardio for the first 6 minutes of the game, and I'm not surprised, because that's just who he is.
Steph spending the first part of the series getting other people going is the most predictable. It's surprising when he goes the other way, right?
Yeah, which he did in game 4, which, you know, when he did that in Boston, down 2-1, understanding that his team was on the ropes. They lose that game, they lose. So he comes out and he says, I'm going to get 45 in what is probably the best game of my life. And the Warriors win the series. So, you know, maybe the question is, does Steph do that game too? Because the Warriors are done messing around. We talked about margin of error so much this season. When was the last time the Warriors were down 0-1 in a series? Can you name the times the Warriors have been down 0-1 in a series? Obviously, all the times that they've lost, but they've been down 0-1 to Houston, which went 7. Right? They went down 0-1 to.
No, they won game 1 that one.
In six, and they went down 0-1 to OKC, which went 7. Right?
Yeah,
so Toronto went 6. They lost. So I'm sure I'm missing some other ones. Obviously, lost
OKC
to Boston.
OKC pops out. Yeah. Boston pops.
Yeah, of course.
And
all the tough series, basically, all the hard series are the one that they end up losing game 1.
And to be fair, most of those series they start on the road. The Boston series Actually, no. The Boston series
that was a weird one. I don't think we're gonna count that one. That's just a weird one.
We'll take it back. I don't know if we can take too much from history. This is gonna be the second comment I had. Toast in the mentions Kuminga needs to play a lot more minutes. Kuminga played 10 minutes this game. Now I understand why Steve went vet heavy this game. This was an intense game off the bat, and you kind of want to go through guys. But I kind of thought Kuminga played really well in his minutes. And my question for you is not should Kuminga have played more tonight, because I think we both understand why Steve played it the way he did. Has Kuminga earned himself more minutes going forward in this series? Like, can he be a bigger factor than he was in game 1?
I don't know who he takes minutes from, though, is my question. It would be my pushback.
Well, I might as well pull up the box score.
Yeah, I'm looking at the box score. Yeah, I'm looking at the box score here. I'm not sure who you take it away from. Unless you tell me that he does that much better of a job on De'Aaron Fox than Dante, than GP2, than Andrew Wiggins. I don't think he will. Then I'm not sure what he does that those guys can't do. Unless it's Draymond Green, but I thought Draymond Green played okay tonight. Thought he wasn't great, but he was good.
I kind of feel like Draymond and Looney both have to play 30 minutes because they're each other's backup. You know what I mean? Like if Looney plays 30 minutes, Draymond has to play at least 18 minutes at center behind him, which means, you know,
It,
if Draymond plays 12 minutes of power forward, that's 30 right there. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
And the Kings had 17 offensive rebounds tonight, which Steve Kerr kind of noted in postgame that was the biggest issue. Now, if you told me Kuminga could rebound, which he had 0 in 10 minutes because he never rebounds. If you told me he could rebound, I'd shoot that right up to 20. You know what I mean? Like take Dante's minutes, but he doesn't rebound. So I'm not. I kind of disagree. I don't know if I see the value unless he's this great stopper or rebounder, and he does neither.
Here's the case for Kuminga, because I don't disagree with what you're saying. Kuminga's the only guy who goes head down to the rim with consistency, and he finishes inside, particularly since they can't protect the rim. You know, if this is Anthony Davis at the rim, I'm like, I don't know that he's really worth testing that. But Sabonis can't guard shit inside, and neither can Alex Len. And you know, to the point, he literally got to the rim at will, almost a point per minute in his stretch, 8 points in 10 minutes, right there. And I don't know that that's changing because Steph is who he is. And I don't know that I want Steph killing himself getting to the rim anyway. Clay is definitely not a guy who gets to the rim. Wiggins, not a guy who gets to the rim with consistency. And, it's just the makeup of the roster does not have those type of guys. I wonder if there's room for him from an offensive punch more than a defensive punch.
I agree, which is funny because I'm the one that's hemming and hawing right off the bat about the Warriors not going to the hole and jacking up dumb threes.
Sure.
I mean, your point is is the answer that I'm trying to get at. I don't know. I just don't know who loses minutes. I mean, I guess you could take him from Wiggins tonight. Wiggins shot 16 times, by the way, which is insane.
That felt like a Mike Brown special to me, where it was like, oh, you haven't played in 2 months? Let's see if you got it, bro.
Right. I mean, yeah, and he had it, but then he couldn't shoot he made a couple of mid-range, but he couldn't shoot the three, right? He couldn't shoot the three at all. Jordan Poole was, I thought, really good offensively and just piss poor defensively, which is another Mike Brown, special.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised Steve pulled him at 22 minutes. You'd think he'd play more than that, and if you watched it, you're like, I don't know, he can't really play more than that.
Yeah,
he's going to defend like that.
17 points he had tonight, and I'm pretty sure he gave up 17 points on the other end, if not more. So
pretty much
22, pretty much, right? Because he's -5. So, I'm with you. 10 minutes for Kuminga. I do think Steve played him like an extra couple minutes in the fourth, 6 minutes in the second half. So he tried to give him a little bit of rope. I guess the only thing, before we move on from Kuminga, the only thing that I get crazy about Kuminga is he went 0 for 2 from 3, and each 3 I thought were terrible. I just don't care if they're open. Just take 2 dribbles and get fouled. I know he makes them sometimes.
I didn't mind the.
I hate him.
I didn't mind the shot. Like, let me make the case.
Yeah,
wide open, daring him to take it. I have to take that. I guess my criticism is he needs to actually take it, not like think about it and then put it up. Because if you think about it, you might as well just drive. The defense has already set themselves. Like, you haven't actually done anything.
Yeah.
So you might as well. I guess to your point, I would say, okay, so he takes a couple minutes from Looney, a couple minutes from Draymond, and maybe a couple minutes from Dante or Kuminga, and now you're up to like 15, 16.
Yeah.
And you see, I think it's there for the Warriors. I think also the interesting thing with Kuminga is like he gets to line a little bit. So hindsight's 2020, but they got into the bonus with 8 minutes left in the game, and they did fucking nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's ridiculous, man. It's the first time the Warriors have gotten in the bonus with 8 minutes left this entire season, and like you said, they didn't even get to the free throw line. So, what do you think the temperament is in the Warriors locker room tonight?
Generally cool, but maybe frustrated. I don't know. My question is how patient they're going to be, because you know how the old guys roll. They want to be done with the series and move on to the next one. And I think losing tonight puts them in a dogfight, right? Like, it's one of those things, right? So
I would point the finger back at the old guys. Clay's got to take better shots. You're 8 for 19. You shoot 14 threes, make 5 of them in it, and you're minus 14. And I think half of them were terrible. Steph Curry, you've got 20 shots. Why do you not have 28? Why are you not just going in the game earlier? Some of it to me is I think I think I could probably tell you what they feel. I think they know they're going to win this series. Are they frustrated? Yeah, like they feel like.
In other words, you're saying they thought they could have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
They thought they had the game won.
Yeah.
They're pissed that they essentially, if they played a little smarter for 2 more minutes, they're up 1-0, and now they have to do it again.
Yeah.
You could be right. You could be right. I mean, sadly, I actually think you're very right. I don't want to agree with it. It's basically what I'm kidding.
Because I mean, I think you're a lot more frustrated. I think as you should be. I also think the Warriors are older. They're just not as good. What do you think?
Well, that's my frustration.
It's not as good.
I'm not into the idea that they can just bail themselves out at all times.
And what if they do? What if they do bail themselves out in 6 or 7 games? But then it's just the first round. This isn't the NBA Finals, right? I know the Kings felt like this was the NBA Finals. Did you hear Mark Jones's call? They vanquished the defending champions.
I hate Mark Jones. Mark Jones is a clown, dude.
Oh. That was rough. Not you, him.
Hotter than fish grease. What the fuck does that mean, bro?
Bag. He said he's him 10 times. I think he's entertaining, but yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, how many hymns are there?
Yeah, he said
not everyone can be him, dude.
Fox is him, to be fair, but yeah, you can't say that.
Fox did have his night, and he deserves the credit for his night and all that. But here's my take: you can only go to the hymn call once a game. You cannot go to it 6 times a game, and he went to it 6 times tonight.
Yep,
and that's The chat's going to rather have Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy. I agree. Those guys aren't claiming everyone him at every possession. That's where I'm at. I'm peak salty old guy right now.
Sam is cranky tonight.
I'm very fucking salty.
Mike Breen goes to the bang, I think, once or twice a game. Like that's what you should do. Once or twice. That's it.
Yeah, but he has feel.
Mike Breen's great. He's the best.
He has feel. He's not, Mark Jones is out here with the fucking Lou Williams shot selection. Some nights he's hot, but whatever.
I love this, Sam.
Oh, all right, let's see. What else do we have to get to here before we get to it? We got to talk to Steve Kerr before we get to the voicemails real quick. I think as I've marinated on this game, I'm most frustrated in Steve.
Wow.
Andrew Wiggins not hitting a shot's not surprising. Did whatever. But the coach has to have a little more feel. He probably could have played Kuminga more for offense. He probably could have forced. By the way, we got here. He says he didn't want to go Steph Dre 2-man game because they played a box and 1, and it wouldn't have worked. All right, let's Steph go 1-on-1 then.
Wait, did he say that?
Yeah.
Am I tripping? Okay.
I'll pull it up right now.
Okay, I didn't see that.
And to me, I think he needs to have more urgency.
Correct.
Because I don't think he has the team he's had in the past. They can't just out-talent his lessons. He needs to actually prove it. And there needs to be a little more urgency in every moment. And that's what frustrates me a little bit.
I'm with you. Again, you and I, brother, 2 presidential terms and counting. Who are we getting next time? Are we getting Biden again? Who are we getting? Kamala? Doesn't matter. We'll do it again in the next presidential term. We're going to do it again. And we're going to sit here and talk about the lack of urgency from Steve Kerr. I 100% agree with you. Yeah. I think we understand what he does in the regular season. It makes sense. But, Steve, you're really going to stretch this baby out to 6 games? Shit, it might go 7. Yeah. Because you just decided, you know what, game 1, we're not going to go balls to the wall. We're not going to throw it with the kitchen sink at it.
We're not going to extend Steph 3. He wins this game if Steph plays 39 minutes.
So easy. That's it.
So now Steph has to play 40 more minutes in an extra game because he didn't want to extend it in one game. Like I said, we always made fun of the Cavs for overplaying LeBron. You know what they did in the playoffs? close teams when they needed to. So, you know what? I'd rather play Steph 42 minutes a game for a 4-game series than play him 37 games and go 6 to 7 games. Pretty easy math. You guys can multiply it yourselves and figure that out.
Yeah. Okay, so let me do some good Steve Kerr stuff. I know we're going to get to the goons and the voicemails here in a second, but I thought he had a pretty good game plan around the rotation players for the Kings. You talk about Kevin Huerter was bad tonight. Some of it was just missing open shots. Harrison Barnes hit one big shot, but mostly didn't do much. Domantas Sabonis thought Loon and Draymond thought they, like you said earlier, they took him away right away. So I thought some of that game plan was great. Davion Mitchell played 22 minutes and kind of just was out there. If Steph had tried harder against them, I think they'd probably do a better job. And sometimes you're just going to get beat by some great shooting from Fox and Malik Monk. So I thought the game plan was okay, but when you talk about being flexible around getting guys in, Steph's hot. They're up 8. He just made a big 3 to put him up 10. Why do you take him out in the third quarter with 3 minutes left? Why? Just let him run those 12 minutes. See if you can get that lead up to 15. The problem with the Warriors this entire season is they can't push leads up. They choke leads away. And that's exactly what the Warriors did with Steph out, right? So these are the things that we've never seen Steve Kerr do, which is why I wasn't surprised when Steve Kerr didn't do it. Everyone's angry, like, oh, you should have just played Steph 12 minutes in the third. It's like, guys, what do we do? How many times do we have to see this happen? But that's the Steve Kerr issue. Now he cost himself game 1. But yeah, dude, I something tells me that he's pretty optimistic about the rest of the series after watching that game. The Kings shot 38% from 3. Warriors shot 32. They both shot about the same from the field. I've not really ever seen the Warriors get out rebounded like that. So maybe that's something that's going to kill the Warriors the rest of the series. But I think I'm relatively optimistic. But like you said, they might have to play another extra game or 2 because of this.
Yeah. I'm grumpier than you, but let's get to voicemails. Let's see how grumpy they can be.
They lose on Monday. I'm blowing a fuse.
That game was crazy. Had game 7 energy the whole time. Fouls not being called both ways. But the one thing I will say, Clay, how are you going to give up the wide open layup? Maybe not wide open, but point blank to kick out to Wiggins for a 3. It's the story of the Warriors season. Take the easy shot. Get the free throws if you need to. We only need 2 points. Damn it.
Story of the season. Just take the 8-footer or just go to the rim and dunk the ball or lay it up or get fouled, right? And he kicks it out to the one guy that's not making shots tonight for the Warriors. So couldn't say I was surprised. Couldn't say I was surprised.
No, I cannot say I was surprised. Let's get to the next call.
Be encouraged, my brethren. Be encouraged. We went down to the end of the game. We did not get blown out. We persevered to the end. And all we got to do is win game 2. If we win game 2, we're fine. If we lose game 2, I will be calling with a different type of voicemail. But I guarantee you, Malik Monk ain't going to do this game 2. De'Aaron Fox, not going to do this game 2. Game 2, Klay Thompson's going to come out firing. Steph's going to come out firing. Draymond might actually get in double digits. Maybe. We'll see. But be encouraged. We got this still.
Yeah. Nothing to add.
I appreciate the optimism. I'll write through it myself. We'll see.
Actually, you know what? I do have something to add now that you're talking. And I saw someone throw this in the comments, so whoever said it, I'm going to steal it. You remember when LeBron James used to play the Eastern Conference, the shitty conference, and he used to lose every game 1, against Toronto or Atlanta. And you know what he used to call those games, Sam?
What?
Feel out game. He used to call those games a feel out game. Maybe the Warriors can, Steph's 35. I felt like LeBron started doing that when he was around 35, 34. Like he just wasn't as good anymore, but he could just kind of coast a little bit in the series and kind of just figure out like, okay, this is who the Kings are. Did we just get their A+ shot? Maybe not. Maybe we got Sac's A- shot tonight, but this is who they are. They're probably not playing that much better than this. but we know we're a better team and we know we can win this series. Some like that. That's kind of what it feels like to me with these Warriors. They feel like that it's a feel out game, but I don't know, man. That always felt kind of bullshitty. You got to say whatever you want to justify it, but it's the best I've got. Somebody in the comments,
no cap,
yeah.
my guy. $100 says I can see he's in his head, and so am I.
No cap is calling Sam out for being very angry. Sam is very angry.
I hate throwing games away. I would have rather they get blown the fuck out, because then you and I would be like, hey, it's not a big deal. Whatever. Steph played 27 minutes. It's a blowout, But to play a game like this and lose, it's very frustrating to me.
Yeah, can't disagree.
All right, let's get to the next one.
Make it make sense, bro. We go into the bonus like 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, and then spam threes the entire time. Not even Kings had like 2 fouls until 4 minutes left, and all of a sudden, whistle. Malik Monk, 14 free throws. Steph Curry, 2 free throws. This is the classic 2023 Golden State Warriors loss. We'll see what they're made of on the road in game 2.
Yeah. We'll keep moving.
Well, first, Wiggins looks good besides the jumper. And my take is, I think he just needs to play 30 minutes. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. This minute thing is not gonna work. Game 2, he's off of that. He's starting. He's playing 30 minutes. And Steve Kerr needs to fix his offense. Klay Thompson should not be creating as much as he is, bro. Stop running plays for him. It should be Steph, jump up, pick and roll, and that's pretty much it. Or counter. That's it. Klay. I'm sorry, Klay hasn't looked bad on both ends. He made shots. It was awful. Bad process all game. Just all game. It was just horrible. Enough. Enough.
I disagree. I think Mike Brown basically called Wiggins a non-shooter. He basically said, GP2, Wiggins, Kuminga, you're all the same. You aren't going to hit shots. I'm not guarding you. If Wiggs can't hit shots, he can't play. Now, with that said, he could hit shots next game, and we can get back into it. But I think his ability to hit shots is a very important component moving forward. And the idea that they can just ignore that is not actually a thing. Though they guarded the Warriors only 2 guys could shoot. And you know what? Only 2 fucking guys could shoot on this team right now. So at some point, other people have to hit shots. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I thought Steve was a little unfair playing him in crunch time. I did not. I don't know about you, but I did not think that Wiggins was going to play that much. I thought it was a 20-minute restriction. I thought he was done.
23.
Yeah, right. And I just watching him out there, and I'm like, man, that is a lot of pressure for a guy that hasn't played in months. Even Steph. Well, actually, Steph would have made it, but
it's not fair to compare him to Steph and Klay. Period.
I know. It was just he's gonna make it. I thought maybe Dante should have been out there, but again, whatever. Hante's 2020. It is what it is, man. I thought the Warriors came out playing as hard as they could. I don't think they were messing around. Sam, they weren't taking the Kings.
Do you agree with me though? From a schematic standpoint, if you're left wide open in the corner and you're the small forward, you have to drill that shot. That's why Kuminga doesn't play them more, right? Yeah. You have to be able to. Okay, if they contest, then I expect you to make a decision, either pass or drive. But if they're going to leave you open, you have to hit that shot.
Yeah. Harrison Barnes lost them the series. They make that shot. By the way, did you see Harry B make a big 3 tonight? Did you see him?
I did. Harry B played a good game.
He really did.
But I do think Mike Brown kind of he did a daredevil. He basically dared anyone other than Steph and Klay to hit threes tonight, right?
Yeah. Mike Brown knows his team. He knows his team. Do think it catches up, though. I do think it catches up.
Yeah. I also think Wiggins healthy and normal kills that coverage, right?
A week from now, right? What happens at home?
Exactly.
Really, the Warriors, I mean, as we do, I'm not saying anything nobody doesn't know, but they need to win on Monday. They needed to win one of these road games. They win 1-1 going back home, and, it's party time.
For sure. Yeah. Okay, let's get to the next one.
Steve Kerr is a madman. I just don't comprehend if he doesn't watch the same games that we do. I've seen Steph close third quarters with bomb 3 after bomb 3 for his the last 10-year stretch. And for some reason, Steve decides to take him out with 2 minutes left in the third tonight. Didn't start him in the fourth either. And in that 2-minute stretch, they went from an 8-point lead to -1 in 2 minutes. It blows my mind. I don't know what he was thinking. And, I mean, Steph only playing 37 minutes in a playoff game is absolutely bonkers. All that, and we lose on a Wiggins wide-open 3. So it's not the end of the world.
Damn, it's a good way to end the call.
I mean, yeah. Should they have played Steph more minutes? Yes. But if Wiggins hits that shot, do any of us care? No. So it's frustrating. You play those games where you don't play Steph 41 minutes, you better fucking win the game. Yep.
Hey guys, it's Archie. That wasn't as bad of a loss as I think it appeared to be. I just hate that Kerr took Curry out at that 3-minute mark. I feel like he shouldn't really mess with the rotation like that. I think the most disingenuous thing about it was Curry had just hit a 3. So, the Kings kind of came alive after that. Momentum carried into the fourth, lost the game by 3. Took 38 points from, De'Aaron Fox, and, they couldn't really stop Monk either, specifically at the free throw line. But I feel good about our standing. Initially, I felt Warriors in 6. I still feel that way. They just have to just tighten some things up. For game 2, we should be pretty good moving forward. Talk to you guys later.
Are you moving off your series prediction of Warriors in 6?
No. Middle of today, I got excited about the 4 to the 5 possibility. And then it got taken away from me.
Yeah.
And you know me. I don't do well with that. So
you're like a kid with candy. Don't take the Skittles away.
Yeah, exactly. I chase a toddler around all day. I turn into one. So
damn, that was good. At halftime, I thought this baby was over. Team was locked in. Defense looked great. They had the Kings where they wanted. They pushed the lead up to 10. I thought this baby was over. So then they lost the game like they have all regular season. So maybe I shouldn't actually be confident because the Warriors have done this all season with these heartbreak losses. So maybe I should expect them to actually lose this series in 7, where they just have a 20-point lead in sack and just blow it somehow, just shooting 15 threes in a row. But man, whatever. We'll see Monday. Our callers seem to be kind of optimistic, which I like. I like that from the Light Years Goons.
I do too. I'm ultimately not mad at them. Anyway.
Maybe Anthony Lamb should have played tonight.
Obviously, Lamb should have played a little more. Space the floor, open some lanes. I actually do think Kuminga probably should play a little more, but anyway, keep moving forward.
He would have made a 3.
Hey guys, it's Mike from LA. Warriors in 5. Not worried at all. They should have won this one. Warriors in 5. It's over. Kings should be happy they won their championship. Maybe they'll be grateful and get back here next year. All right. Have a good night.
God, that is what we need.
The confidence is through the roof. Andy, are you mad you're not in Coachella?
I am not mad. because it's exhausting. I'm 31. I cannot do 3 days like I did last year. Blackpink's on right now, so the moment this show is done, I'll be watching them. Bad Bunny was great yesterday, so I'm
I
a
miss
big.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, you did miss Bad Bunny. He was awesome. I don't know what he's saying, but it's cool. It's like you just want to dance to it. You just go on YouTube and you can watch the set. Darian will love it. I bet.
I'm pretty much fluent. So, and it's not a joke. Trust me. What I was gonna say is, Coachella reminds me. The last time I went to Coachella was 10 years ago.
Wow.
That was when the Warriors played the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs. I watched Andre Miller cook the Warriors in the fourth quarter on my phone.
I remember that.
And then I went and partied the rest of the time. Didn't think anything of it. The way I come back home, I went to actually Warriors game 3, which was say Thursday of that week. So literally I just sobered up from Coachella.
Yep.
And yeah, that was a good time. I'll put it that way.
You know what? What's funny is last year's Coachella, I actually watched Denver. Same thing. I watched the Warriors against Denver at Coachella on a single bar reception. So Warriors didn't win that year.
By the way, shout out streaming, being able to work on a single bar.
Back in 2022. But your year, 10 years ago, 2013, no chance, dude. No chance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, let's keep moving.
The Warriors played the fourth quarter like they're at Coachella. All right.
They did.
God. Oh, do we not have one?
We good?
No more?
We good? Okay. We're going to end it here. We will be back. Appreciate every one of you.
Friday, Monday night.
Unless, wait, actually, no. We got 2 more questions. I'll take it back.
Oh,
sorry.
Yes.
Apologies. Okay. Really don't understand the hate. Clay hit 2 tough shots in the fourth. Wiz was wide open. Make or miss the league.
I don't think I can argue against that outside of the fact that I am tired of watching them shoot threes. I'm tired. I'm tired. Go to the rim. Draw a foul. Even Klay Thompson, you can at least go in and take it. What happened to Klay Thompson's mid-range jumper? What happened? Take a step in and shoot. They're giving it to you. Andrew Wiggins, you're the most athletic guy. I know maybe he was exhausted, but just go to the rim and get a foul call. Get a foul call. I'm tired. Tired of the threes.
Sabonis protecting the rim. Please just drive on him all game long. Drive on, John. Yeah, Francisco, you're right. Like, these are both getting at the same point.
I think, maybe before we get out of here, some second half adjustments I'd like to see would be the Warriors aren't a mismatch hunting offensive team unless it's Steph Curry. And
they should be.
Yeah, they should be. I mean, that's it. They may not be great at it because they don't have many guys that can dribble, but Steph, I know you had 30 tonight. And I know it was efficient. I know it was on 20 shots. And I know it was only 37 minutes. And I know other guys could have played better. Steph, my guy. No cardio for the first 12 minutes of the game, please. No cardio. no cardio for the first 12 minutes. I know he's 35. I know he's old. He looked gassed going into halftime. But this is the worst defensive team in the playoffs. I mean,
yeah.
So.
All right.
Save us again, Steph. All right. See you guys Monday night.
Appreciate everyone.